Did I take a wrong turn? I didn't go with that.
Welcome back. I'm inside the room past the stairs.
I'm in the shower. Make yourselves
Fancy.
at home.
Hey buddies, welcome back to Chris and I Play. My name's Chris.
And I'm Andy.
And today I'm going to be voicing some Cujo lines that I just got skipped.
Well, you know what?
my.
If we're in the middle of a dialogue thing,
Yeah.
you gotta just skip that and jump right into
All
it
right.
and do that later.
Blunt
Like,
as always, I see.
I don't like hanging it on one thing for like a minute.
Take a look in there.
Look where? Ah, in this death
Shut
pit.
up.
What? It's an illusion. Probably.
No need to worry. That just needed some rest. That's all. Now give me the Glug Stone. Glug. Glug.
I hope Booble's alright there. I wonder how the others are doing too.
I'm pacing. Put him up. Put up your dukes. Oh, that's what's going on over there. It's all of us. Where's Booba?
He went to see Kuja by himself.
Kuja.
How did you escape? Actually.
That's not important.
Alright. Okay.
Dialogue is back, and that makes me excited.
Quick, let's run single file.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
good.
Oh,
Good.
no, I'm small. Don't leave me
Good.
behind.
Stay out there.
What's the H? Uh-oh.
Oh.
Creepers.
Oh man.
We're gonna have fun with you.
Wait, what? Now, give me the Glug Stone.
You already said that. I'm looking for it, alright? You bastard! You're the worst scum.
Oh, I grow weary of your tantrums. Well, will you not hand it over or not?
Will you not or not? Don't do it or don't do it.
Oh dear, I wasn't expecting this. That's right. The ones inside are fake.
I knew it. Knew it.
But don't think you've won yet.
What do you mean? We totally won. Oh, leave me alone. Who's that? I'll protect you.
What a freak! This frog can speak.
A frog that grows squish.
You make a fine dish.
I think we did it backwards. It seems like the blue one always goes first.
Well, that happened.
Oh, man. Shucks. Our friends are dying.
Oh no. I've got what I've come for. I wanted to finish you off after getting the Glug Stone and killing all of your friends. Instead, I'll just take the girl. I hope we meet again.
Instead of killing you, I'll just leave?
Yep.
Maybe he's not a good villain. Maybe he's a stupid villain.
Bobo. To the Helical Circleby.
This is guard.
It's the guy. There's an
Yeah.
E. It's Garday,
It's
right?
silent.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where? Oh,
She's gone.
good. I get the healer that can't heal all the time.
Yep.
Oh, I thought that was like automatic. The controller was just like,
Beep,
oh, let's,
beep,
go
beep,
this way.
beep,
Go this way.
beep,
Go this way. See what's
yeah,
over
go
there.
this way.
Just check it out.
Go that way.
Yeah, maybe
Go the other way.
I think I get the airship now, which means
Shit.
it's grind time.
Yeah. Pound Town.
Oh.
I'm gonna take him there.
Aw, but you know what?
What do we know?
I'm grinding the wrong healer.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
We'll have to figure it out. We'll have to find her.
tis what it is.
Tis what it is.
Everyone else be so high level that I won't even need heals.
Yeah.
She'll just be there to heal herself.
Pretty much.
Totally that much.
Totally.
100%.
100%.
100%.
100%.
Oh no, the ship's gone. Why didn't we suspect that he would take the ship?
Yeah. I mean, like, he can fly on a dragon and
Oh, you
shit.
know what? We did suspect he would take the ship. I mean, not us, but the gay party. They weren't like, let's go chase him in the ship. They were like, follow him to the ship.
Ah.
I misunderstood.
Well, I think we all did. I'm speaking for everyone.
Yep, nobody at home knew either.
Yeah.
They were all like, oh, yeah, no, that's
How would you know?
Sounds legit. I played this game, but no, that's not good.
Yep.
Do-do.
Beat them ogres down.
Forget about that. Luckily, it's a very small
Blech.
number. Small number, 3 digits. It's
Spoosh.
just a small number.
Yeah.
Freya's weak as well. That was 3 digits. It's a small number.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't ask me my favorite character from Final Fantasy Mystic Quest.
Well,
Trick question. There isn't one. Because I hate them all.
what about Crystal Chronicles?
Which one?
The first one.
Didn't play it.
Because it's stupid.
Right.
Yeah, that game's not very good.
Yeah, what? I thought you liked it. I thought you had, like, fun and stuff.
I did for, like, a couple days that I was playing it. It basically is like an MMO, but without any of the scope.
It's, like, super team-oriented, right? And, like,
Yes.
one guy basically can't play because he has to
Well,
carry a thing.
It's like, okay, if you're going to play with one person, it's okay. Because you'll have a Moogle that carries the thing.
This guy's having some trouble.
If you play with 2 people, might as well just play with 1, because one person's just going to be holding the thing that you can move around.
Yeah.
If you play with 3 people, you're always down 1 person, and 4 people, which
These crazy guys.
Yeah. I've never had 4 people, but I assume it would still be stupid.
Yeah.
Because you basically have to, like, carry a stupid pot around so that you can't die, because the whole world is shitty, so you gotta carry around a crystal.
And the Moogle does it in that. You know what? This guy is...
Moogle only does a single player because, like, you can't move it and fight at the same time. But, like, basically, in order to do anything of consequence, you basically gotta drop it and be locked into a freaking circle of non-death. And, the game just keeps looping over and over again until you make win conditions. So, you keep playing the same crap, and it's not super great. It was fun, it was interesting for the time, but I would not, I don't recommend it. Especially nowadays, because, like, you need to get the game and a GameCube, and then you need the 3 controller adapters, and you need Game Boy Advance, and...
Play, like, the DS one. You just... It's the same game, but you don't have to do all that stuff you just talked about.
Yeah. So there you go. There's an option available, because I guess they figured out how stupid it was. I really like that. I think the link cable and the GameCube thing was a really interesting idea, way ahead of its time, and I'm glad to see that they haven't really given up on the idea of, like, linking, but you don't see a lot of, like, DS and Wii crossover stuff. Because, like, the original DS and the Wii could do that, and I don't know of any games that do that.
Oh, you know what'd be awesome? Something like similar to, like, the Super Game Boy. Like, I want to play 3DS games on, like, my big TV.
Yeah,
Hook it up to the Wii U somehow.
Yeah, well, the Wii U could totally do it, because it has a touchscreen.
Like, one screen would be,
Yeah.
like... Well, that doesn't really work for games that have, like, this is half the screen, that's the other half. If it's a game where it's, like, that's the menu, that's fine.
But, like,
Yeah.
if you need the touchscreen, you have a touchscreen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, even if you couldn't put, like, even if you didn't give you an adapter to plug the damn cartridge in, at least allow us to buy them on the store or whatever, you know? For, like, legacy DS games, there's no reason why you can't.
Yeah.
Then that way I can play Elite Beat Agents on, like, my TV, and that'd be cool.
Oh, and tell everyone... Oh, come on. Tell everyone about that feature that was built into the PS3 but never, like, utilized. Like PSP.
I hate that
PSP
so
jazz.
much. So, for a long time, I was following the PlayStation 3 modding community, and apparently somebody found out, one of the modders, they found out that natively the PlayStation 3 can play PSP games. It's just a feature that was never turned on, and it is the most frustrating, like, I don't know, like, because I'm not somebody who's been messing around with the code, I don't know the full extent of this, but I did see somebody, like, I saw the custom hack of it, I saw it done live, I saw a video of it done live, so it's entirely possible this was a hoax, but I saw it, and I was just like, this is such garbage. And it makes perfect sense. I believe it to have, like, it's gotta be true, because there are things like, in the PlayStation Portable system, it also has a PlayStation 1 BIOS, like, built into it. It can play PlayStation 1 games so that they would allow it through the store entry and stuff. So the PlayStation 3 can play... So, my version, the one that has software emulation, because The one prior to it actually had the Emotion engine from the PlayStation 2 in it, so it actually had hardware emulation for PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and software emulation for a PlayStation Portable.
Why is it just suddenly doing the long one?
That's the most frustrating thing in my mind, knowing that, like, that system could play anything. And there are so many great PlayStation Portable games that, like, if I could just buy them through the PS10 network, and you can load them on your PS3, but you can't play them on the PS3. All you can do is load them on your goddamn PSP through the memory card slot. And it's just, God, that's annoying.
It was
Because,
so
like,
great.
things like, Peace Walker, I would have played that. Zentai Hero Project, I would have played that. Corpse Party, I would have played that. All on my TV, 100%. I would have bought them for full value. And any time that, because the PSP had such issues with, like, custom ROM issues, and piracy and whatnot, there are so many people that would buy these PSP games for the system.
Put it on hold there.
Sure.
You can follow him on the Blue Narcissus. Rayman Single Eye. Let's go. Okay, sorry, I thought that would have been longer.
Yeah. It's just so frustrating to know these things don't exist. I assume that, like, because, I don't know if everybody knows this as well, like, as the PlayStation 3 progressed through its life cycle, one of the reasons, like, they started taking away things like backwards compatibility for PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1, even though the system seems like it's still...
they took it away for PS1 games as well?
I think there are certain systems that don't play any backwards compatibility.
That sucks.
Like, I believe that the 40 gig systems that were large only play PS3 games, period. I think they're, like, you can play PlayStation 1 games from the store, but I don't think you can play them off disc. I might be wrong on that fact, but they took away that ability. They took away the ability to run Linux on the system. So when I bought my system, I could potentially have run Linux on it. And so there was a whole bunch of features, that was the whole, it does everything. And it literally did kind of in the beginning. And they had a lot of, like, it seemed like they had a lot of process, like they wanted to do all these things. So there was a bunch of stuff that happened with it. Like, number one is it was released over a year before they wanted to. And that was because of Xbox 360 just sort of showing up on the marketplace. Nobody expected that to happen. And they got a year lead and they soared in the beginning of the life cycle. And so they rushed the development of the system out. So I think because, like, they dropped down a lot of, like, how many cell processors it was supposed to have and some other things that were interesting. Oh, we'll get back into this after the dialogue.
You have a couple of some weird looking structure. Is there something beyond there? What is Kuja up to?
Kuja!
I say, his motives are unclear. That girl can summon Eidolons too. Yes? Yeah. That's it. He wants summon.
Ellipses.
Don't worry. We'll stop. Probably. He's got a lot to answer for.
Kuja! I was waiting. I was like, I knew you were doing this on purpose. But yeah, like, so they wanted it as a system that could sort of, like, all encompass things. So you could browse the internet, you could go on Linux and word process, you could watch your Blu-ray movies, you could edit like photos, and, like, the PlayStation 3 I have has, like, like flash reader, a dual stick, like, SD card slot. Like, it's got all these things built into the system. They're under a little door that, like, I don't think I didn't even know existed for, like, half a year of owning this thing. Somebody else who had one was like, oh, yeah, it has it. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's nowhere. It was like, flip up this thing, and I'm like, oh my god. So, like, beside the disk drive, there's actually, like, a whole bunch of, like, memory card readers. So that's kind of neat. But, like, it has all the, like, they wanted all of these things in it, and then the Xbox basically rushed to market. They lost a lot of market space, so they rushed it out. And I think that's probably one of the first things that, like, kind of went wrong with the system. They weren't really ready for it. And, but, like, as the system progressed, it was just too expensive for Sony to put up. They were, like, I think in the beginning, they actually were losing money on them. I think it cost them, like, more to produce the system than it was actually to sell them. So after a long time of taking losses, and they had done the same with PlayStation 2, and I know they were definitely taking losses on PS2 in the early days, they started cutting things out of it to save costs. So they removed the motion engine first. So that's why, like, you know, so I have the 80 gig system. It's got all the other stuff and still does PlayStation 2 and PS1, but it's emulated instead of having the actual hardware in the system. Hasn't made any difference in my opinion. I've never seen any issue, and it was one of the reasons I bought it, because my PS2 won't play PS1 games anymore. It has a disk drive issue. So yeah, there was all these things that happened, and as they started removing things, they started remove this console has actually more memory than the new consoles do. I don't remember what it's for addressing, but that's why they had to remove Linux. So there was a whole lawsuit with that. So I imagine the reason why we never really fully got PSP support on the system has to do with the fact that odds are there's some systems out there that eventually they just remove some functionality and it just can't do it anymore. So instead of, I guess, being I assume they just made them all even, and I think that's silly, but that's the way things go. And unfortunately, this is the end of the episode. So if you like this episode, leave us a like on the down there, and we'll see you in the next episode of Final Fantasy, because we're gone. Bye-bye.
What do you beg or want? You are in the holy place. Keep it way down. Just like the other pointy hats. No matter at all.
Hey. What'd you say?
How dare you address me at all? I am the priest of Asgard, the holy place in which you stand. Mind your tongue, child. Are you in the league with that brazen crew?
Tell me where they went. You guy.